Imagine starting with nothing. No money, no followers, not even a home. Your father is murdered, your tribe abandons you, and you're forced to eat field mice just to see tomorrow. This was the childhood of Temujin, who would rise to become the most feared conqueror in history. Born with a blood clot in his hand, a dark omen of the oceans of blood he would eventually spill, Temujin's journey from orphan fugitive to the universal ruler of the largest contiguous empire the world has ever known is nothing short of astonishing. How did they do it? How could a group of nomadic tribesmen defeat the fortified walled cities of China and the knights of Europe? It came down to two vital elements: stamina and technology. Each Mongol soldier had 5 horses at their disposal. When one became tired, they simply mounted another. They didn't rely on supply wagons. Instead, they consumed horse milk and, as a last resort, drank blood drawn from their horses' veins. Their primary weapon, the composite bow, was a marvel of engineering, crafted from bone, wood, and sinew. It could outrange a sniper and penetrate plate armor, all while the rider galloped at breakneck speeds. To understand the Mongol legend, one must look at the Khwarezmian Empire. Genghis Khan had initially sought to establish trade relations, sending ambassadors laden with gifts of gold and silk. In a monumental act of hubris, the Sultan of Khwarezm killed the envoys and sent their severed heads back to the Khan. This monumental error ignited a fury within Genghis that knew no bounds. He led 3 armies across a desert deemed impassable by everyone, and in doing so, he didn't just defeat the Sultan, he obliterated his legacy. He diverted rivers to submerge the Sultan's homeland and poured molten silver into the eyes of corrupt governors. By the time the dust settled, the Khwarezmian Empire lay in ruins, a burial ground echoing with the screams of the fallen. But the Mongols didn't just rely on brute force, they mastered the art of psychological warfare. Most of their victories were won before the first arrow was even fired. They wielded terror as a weapon. Cities that surrendered were often spared, but those who resisted faced horrific fates. The Mongols would create pyramids of human heads outside city gates to deliver chilling warnings. Captured enemies served as human shields for their soldiers. They even attached branches to their horses' tails, stirring up dust clouds to create the illusion of a massive, overwhelming horde. By the time the Mongols reached Europe, whispers had transformed them into legends of terrifying demons from the pits of hell, leaving armies paralyzed with fear. However, lies a profound twist in this tale. Genghis Khan, the monster, was also a visionary. Following the bloody conquests, he established the Pax Mongolica, a period of unprecedented peace that allowed trade along the Silk Road to thrive. He instituted the world's first international postal service, facilitating communication across vast distances. In a remarkable act of tolerance, he promoted religious freedom during an era consumed by holy wars, allowing diverse faiths to coexist. It was said that a woman could walk across the empire with a gold plate on her head without fear of harm, such was the strength of his laws. Genghis Khan inadvertently forced the East and West into a dialogue that would spark the Renaissance by exchanging ideas, gunpowder, and technology. As we reach the end of Genghis Khan's epic saga, it's worth noting that he didn't die in battle but rather in his bed, shrouded in mystery. His burial site remains a secret, his funeral procession eliminating anyone it encountered to protect its location. However, his true legacy is not found in stone but rather within our very DNA. Genetic studies have revealed that approximately 16 million men alive today share a specific Y chromosome tracing back to him. He didn't just alter the map of the world, he irrevocably transformed the human race. So, was the modern world worth the loss of approximately 40 million lives? That's a question for you to ponder. This was the Mongol Speedrun. Don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the wars that shaped our world.